Good afternoon. Just a quick revision of what we have done in yesterday's class. So we started with the definition of queue, and we said that it is a system wherein the entities wait for their turn to get service. Then we started with its classification, and we classified into single server and multiple server. Single server means if there is only one person who is available to give the service, and multiple server means if there are number of servers who are ready to give the service to the entity who are in the lines. Then next it was further classified into finite and infinite queue length. So finite queue length means if there is a restriction on the queue length. For example, we have seen case of a garage, and similarly infinite queue length means there is no restriction in the length of the queue and it can go to any limit. And then it was further classified into finite and infinite population. So finite population means if the queue is restricted. For example, we have seen that our college will offer service of like bona fide and railway concession, etc., to only our college students, not to any other college students or any general population. So that was the case of finite. And infinite, we have seen an example of railway ticket booking counter, wherein anyone can go and book the ticket. So there is no restriction on the population. So it was a case of infinite population. And then we started with some of the terms in queuing theory. That was bulking. Bulking means if a person comes and he denies to be in the queue, or he thinks that he will not get service in that particular time, so he himself decides not join the queue. So that is known as a bulking. So it was divided into further two types: free bulking and forced bulking. Free bulking means the person who wants service himself decides that he will not join the queue. That is known as free bulking. Forced bulking means someone apart from him, it can be server, it can be anyone, who will be forcing him to leave the queue or to not join the queue. So that is known as forced bulking. Then we have seen another word like reneging. Reneging means if a person joins the line but due to some other emergency he quits the line in between. This also we have seen an example wherein I have quoted that someone in the canteen has called you, and he or she is very near and dear one to you. So you will leave the line and you will take the chance of the next day. But you were in the line, and because of some emergency or some work, you left the line in between and you gone for other work. That phenomenon known as reneging. And the last one which we have seen was jockeying. Jockeying means he stands in the line. There are, let us say, multiple lines. He stands in one of the line and observe that other line moves more faster or is getting more rate of service. So he shifts to that line. He was in the first line and he started shifting on to the second or third line which was getting service at the higher rates as per his observation. So he shifts the line. This phenomena is known as jockeying. So this was all which we have seen till yesterday part. So any doubts till now?
No, sir.
The next part is the assumptions. The assumptions in queuing theory. The first point is the queue follows FIFO discipline. FIFO means first in, first out. The one who come first will get served first. That is meaning of FIFO. The second assumption is arrivals follow Poisson's distribution with a rate of arrival as lambda per hour. This is the most important assumption in queuing theory, which will be used in any problem of queuing theory. And if you make the mistake in this part, the entire problem, let it be of 10 marks, let it be of 15 marks, will go wrong. If you make a mistake in identifying this part, what is the rate of arrival given in the question. So please make a note of it. This is the most important part, this point and the next point which will come now. So I will again repeat this point. Arrival follows Poisson's distribution with a rate of arrival as lambda per hour. And next important point is the rate of service. The rate at which they are getting the service will be following an exponential distribution with a service rate of mu per hour. So arrivals will come at a rate of lambda per hour and they will get service at a service rate of mu per hour. That's the basic thing. Coming by lambda, getting service by mu per hour. The next assumption is infinite population is considered. When we solve the problems, we will consider it to be for infinite population and infinite queue model. So here we are restricting ourselves to infinite population and infinite queue model. Okay, let us go to the next part. Just I will go through it quickly. So arrival rate lambda, as we have seen. Service rate will be mu. Utilization factor or traffic intensity. This utilization factor or traffic intensity means how much time will be utilized, how much amount of time the counter will be busy. So let us say 80% of time counter is busy, so I will get utilization factor as 80. Or I can say the traffic intensity at that particular counter is 0.8 or 80%. So that means by utilization factor. Next is length of queue, denoted by LQ. It's simple. Length of queue is LQ. Similarly, length of system, LS. Now, what is the difference between length of queue and length of system? Length of system, first I will say, length of system means the entire length. It includes, I repeat, length of system means it's the entire length, which includes all the persons who are in the queue waiting for the service and the person who is getting served. Means the person who is already at the counter getting the service and the number of persons standing in the queue. That is known as length of system. And if I say length of queue, I will just have to ignore person who is getting service. I will just see what is length of queue. So this is a basic difference between length of queue and length of system. Length of system means length of queue plus the number of persons getting serviced at that particular time. Okay. Next part is waiting time in queue and waiting time in system. Again, same concept. How much time you have to wait in queue for your turn to come, and waiting time in the system means how much time you have to wait in queue plus the time will get the service. So the time taken to get the service plus the time taken in the queue will be time in the system. The next part is probability that there are n customers in the system at any time. So this is a probability. Let us say it started at 10 and I want to find out at 11 a.m. how many number of customers will be there or how much queue will be there at that particular time. So we will find out by this relation. And the last one is number of parallel service channels, that is C. This comes mostly in the multiple queuing models, wherein how many number of counters should be kept open for that particular service. Any doubts in this till now? So let us proceed to the next part. So formula for single channel server queuing theory. These formulas I have already given in your worksheets, so I will not go into detail of this. I just showed you or portrayed this slide in front of you just to show you the importance of the rate of arrival lambda and the rate of service mu. What is the importance? While explaining also I told that the most important terms will be lambda and mu. So here in the entire formula list of queuing theory for single channel, you can see every formula contains lambda and mu. So if there is a mistake in finding out lambda and mu from the question, all the answers will come wrong. Why wrong? Because you can see all the answers are dependent on lambda and mu. So this was the thing I want to show you, that if you make a mistake in finding out lambda and mu in the initial step, don't expect any marks. Okay, let us start with the first question. Okay, the question says an airline organization has one reservation clerk. So I will again go by explaining the things, because it is most important in queuing theory. What is the data which is given to you? So it says an airline organization has one reservation clerk. This one in the question indicates it's a single server model. One reservation clerk on duty in its local branch at given time. The clerk handles information regarding passenger reservation and flight timings. Assume that the number of customers arriving, please mark this word, you can also highlight or underline in your worksheets. Customers arriving during any period is Poisson's distributed with an arrival rate of 8 per hour. So this is the main thing which we want. The arrival rate is 8 per hour. Hence I can say that lambda is given to me in the question as lambda is equal to 8. Arrival rate of 8 per hour. and the reservation clerk can serve service rate can serve a customer in 6 minutes, can serve a customer in 6 minutes on an average with an exponentially distributed service time. You have to find out what is the probability that the system is busy. I want to find out what is the traffic intensity, or I can say what is rho. Next thing asked in the question is what is the average time? What is the average time? Again I repeat, what is the average time a customer spends in the system? Time or system आ गया, that means it is we are required to find out what is WS, waiting time in the system. And the last part, what is the average length of the queue? What is average length of the queue means I want to find out what is LQ, average length of the queue, and what is the number, अब फिर से number आ गया, number of customers in the system. Number of customer means again length, but now it is asked in system. So again I repeat, as per the question given, the two datas are arrival rate is 8 per hour and service rate is 6 minutes. Please note this, arrival rate of 8 per hour, service rate is 6 minutes, and we have to find out what is rho, that is traffic intensity, what is average time customer spends in the system, that is WS, and LQ and LS. So now I will write down what is the data given. So data given is 8 per hour. Now please understand this, because if you go wrong in this part, the entire problem will be zero. In the assumptions or in the notations, we have seen that lambda and mu both should be given in same unit, that is per hour. It is arrival rate per hour, service rate per hour. So there is no issue in this arrival rate, that is lambda is equal to 8 per hour. It's okay in its regular term. But what about service rate? It's written that he can serve a customer in 6 minutes. एक कस्टमर को 6 minutes में वो सर्व करेगा, बट हमको उससे मतलब नहीं है. We want what is the service rate per hour. So it's a simple calculation. If he can serve one customer in 6 minutes, how many customers he can serve in 60 minutes? So it will be a simple calculation that the service rate will be 10 per hour. Okay, it's a simple conversion. एक कस्टमर को 6 मिनट लगा रहा है, तो एक घंटे में कितने कस्टमर्स यू सर्व कर पाएगा? So in 1 hour he can service 10 customers. So I will write here service rate mu is equal to 60 divided by 6, that is 10 per hour. Please note this is the most important step of queuing theory. They can play in this only in the questions, in the unit part, because rest all is just substitution in the formula. So any doubt to anyone in this calculation or this conversion?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Then we have to write what is required to be found. So we have already seen this rho, WS, LQ and LS. So let us start with that. So first formula will be utilization factor, that is lambda by mu, or it is also known as traffic intensity. I will just substitute the values and I will get the answer as 0.8. So you can see it's very simple. Just I need to put the values and get the answer. That's it. Second part, we were asked to find out the average number of customers in the queuing system. We have the formula LS is equal to lambda divided by mu minus lambda. Again, you need to substitute the values of lambda and mu and get the required answer as 4. Next part is to find out the average time a customer spends in the system. Time पूछ लिया है, तो it will be WS or WQ, waiting time. So as it is in system, I will write the formula of WS. WS is equal to 1 upon mu minus lambda. Substituting the values, I will get 0.5 hours. Now it is acceptable. It is acceptable to keep this answer like this only, 0.5 hours. But it is preferred that you write time in minutes as your final answer. Okay, next part. Next part was asked as average number of customers in the queue. So I have the formula LQ is equal to LS into lambda by mu. So it is 4 into 0.8. Answer will be 3.2. So this completes our solution of the first question. Anyone has doubt, please ask.
सर एल एस और एल क्यू का थोड़ा बता दो।
LS and LQ is length of the system. That means number of persons being serviced and number of persons being serviced and the number of persons standing in the queue. That is length of system. Length of queue क्या होता है? Length of queue is only the persons who are standing on the queue. We will remove the ones who are getting service already. जो ऑलरेडी काउंटर पे खड़े रहकर सर्विस ले रहे हैं उनको हम काउंट नहीं करेंगे. We will count only the persons who are in the queue. That is length of the queue. And LS means number of persons including the person who is getting serviced. जो काउंटर पे है वो और जो लाइन में है वो. That is known as length of system.
सर ये जो LQ LS वगैरह है तो ये अपन पर आवर बेसिस पे ले रहे हैं, मतलब एवरेज इन एक आवर में इतने रहेंगे ऐसा?
Yes. It is average in that particular hour or per hour.
सर जो रेट ऑफ अराइवल है वो हमेशा कांस्टेंट ही रहेगा?
Rate of arrival and rate of service are average rates. Next question. A supermarket has a single cashier. Single cashier means क्या हो गया? It is a problem of single queuing model, or there is only one service provider. During the peak hours, during the peak hours, customer arrive at the rate of 20 customers per hour. So this is the main part. Arrival. Again, I would highlight this also. This is also main. Customers arrive at the rate of 20 per hour. Okay. The average number of customers that can be processed. See this word. Processed bolo, serviced bolo, anything. So the average number of customers processed by the cashier is 24 per hour. So now here it is simple that arrival rate is also given in per hour and the service rate is also given in per hour. So arrival rate, that is lambda, I will write as 20 per hour, and service rate mu I will write as 24 per hour. The things which are asked in the question are probability that the cashier is idle. Now you can see here, पिछले वाले पे क्या पूछा था? Find the time or find the utilization factor. Utilization factor क्या होता है? How much time or how much probability is there the system will be busy? वो होता है traffic intensity. But यहाँ पर क्या पूछ लिया है? What is the probability that cashier is idle? So we want to find out T0. What is the probability that cashier is idle? So again, going by simple logic, in previous problem we have found out traffic intensity. That means how much amount of time the server will be busy. तो हमारे को आंसर कुछ मिला था 0.8. तो 0.8 times the server will be busy. So how many times the server will be idle? So it is simple. 1 minus 0.8, it will be 0.2. It's a simple calculation. तो यहाँ पर भी हमको वही करना है. We will find out the traffic intensity, how much time the system is busy, and then we will subtract it from 1 to get how much time the cashier will be idle. It's a pure logic. Okay, going to the next part. The average number of customers in queuing system. Number आ गया means क्या हो गया? It is length, और system बोल दिया इसलिए it is LS. Similarly, average time. Now here it is time and system, so it will be WS. Then average number, again number means length and Q बोल दिया, so it will be LQ. And finally average time and Q, so it will be WQ. So let us start with this solution. Yes, arrival rate 20 per hour, service rate 24 per hour, it's already given, and it is in its regular terms, so no need for any conversion. And the things which are asked is P0, LQ, WS, LS and WQ, which we have already seen. Now going to the solution part. First is, as I said, we will find out utilization factor and then we will just subtract it from 1. So lambda by mu I will get 20 by 24, that is 0.833. What this number indicates? This number indicates that this much amount of time the server will be busy, and I want what is the time it will be idle. So it will be just 1 minus lambda by mu. That will I will get answer as 0.1667. That means 16% of time. It is just a probability that 16% of the entire day the clerk or the cashier will be idle. Second was the average number of customers in queuing system. So LS, yes, I will just substitute and get the answer of LS as 5. That means the total number of persons in the queue plus the number of person being served is 5. Then we have average time a customer spends in the system, WS, mu minus lambda, 0.25 hours. It's better to convert it into minutes, so I will get it in the 15 minutes. 0.25 hours means 15 minutes. Just you have to multiply by 60. Then average number of customers in the queue. So this also LQ we have formula. LQ I will substitute and I will get 4.166. Yes, the thing worth noting will be LS will be always greater than LQ. And the last part is the average time a customer spends in the queue waiting for service, that is WQ, and I am getting the answer as 0.208 hours. And again you can convert it into minutes, you will get around 12 to 13 minutes. So this completes the solution. Any doubts now?
No, sir.
हेलो सर
हाँ बोलो ना.
सर ये 0.25 आवर्स है ना, उसको अगर अपन को कोई मिनट में कन्वर्ट करना है सर बता सकते हैं?
सिर्फ मल्टीप्लाई बाय 60 करना है, सिंपल है.
अच्छा मल्टीप्लाई बाय 60.
अगर हम लोग ने समझो जैसा WS को हम लोग ने मिनट्स में कन्वर्ट करके फाइंड किया और WQ को हम लोग ने खाली मिनट्स में फाइंड करके छोड़ दिया, तो कोई इशू रहेगा क्या उसमें? मतलब अगर उसको आवर में कन्वर्ट नहीं किया तो?
No, you can write the answer in any form. In AIKTC, oral exam of engineering mechanics are going on. There are 65 students in the class. Viva started at 9 a.m. with roll number 1. It is found that the students arrived to college for Viva at an average rate of 5 per hour. Every hour there was some students coming. तो अब ये भी ऐसे भी हो सकता है, सुबह 9 बजे ज़्यादा लोग आ गए, दोपहर में 1 बजे 1-2 आए, 2 बजे कोई नहीं आया. उससे हमको रिलेशन नहीं है. हमको मतलब क्या है, what is the average rate of persons coming. So let us say average rate is 5 per hour and the time they are spending with external internal DO is 10 minutes. तो जो उनका conversation है with external and internal for exam is 10 minutes per student. So again it is the change, it is 10 minutes per student. So I need to convert this in per hour. तो अगर एक स्टूडेंट को 10 मिनट्स लग रहा है, so in 1 hour how much exams will be over or how much candidate will be over with the exams? There will be 6 candidates.
6 students.
Yes. How 6 students? It is simple. 60 divided by 10, I will get answer as 6. You have to determine the probability that examiners will be busy. Second thing we need to find out, average time student spends in the system. In the system means how much time he have to wait for his turn plus the time he will take inside with the external and internal examiner. That is the student time spends in the system. Average time student spends in the queue. Again simple, how much time he has to wait for his turn. Average number of students in the queue at that particular time, how many of students are there in the queue. And lastly, at what time approximately roll number 50 will be going for his oral examination. Depending on the calculation we can see how much time roll number 50 will be going inside for his oral examination. So solution we are given as lambda is equal to 5 per hour, arrival rate, mu is equal to, we have already seen, we will take it as 6 per hour. And let us start with the solution. So first part, it was asked how many time the system will be idle or the examiner will be idle. So first we will find out how many time they will be busy. So they will be busy, lambda by mu, that is 0.833 times. That means 83.3% times they will be busy. The next part was asked is average time a customer spends in the queue waiting for the service. So here customer means a student. So we have the relation WQ is equal to WS into lambda by mu. So WS formula is 1 upon mu minus lambda. So I will get answer as 0.833 hours. So again 0.833 hours, you can convert it into minutes. So it will come as 49.48 minutes. So the student will have to wait in the queue for 49.48 minutes for his number or turn to come. The next is average number of students in the queue. So at any point of time you will find out around 4.166 persons in the queue, and then रोल नंबर 50 टर्न, उसके पहले थोड़ा सा ऊपर वाला एक कर लेते हैं. द एवरेज टाइम अ कस्टमर स्पेंड्स इन द सिस्टम. सिस्टम मीन्स द टाइम ही विल बी स्पेंडिंग इन द क्यू प्लस द टाइम ही विल बी स्पेंडिंग विद द एग्जामिनर. So 1 minus mu, it is 1 hour. Then the question was, when will roll number 50 enter into the Viva room or to the in front of the examiner? We have seen that average Viva time for one student is 10 minutes. This was already given to us in the question. One person average take 10 minutes. ये तो हमारा क्वेश्चन में था. तो अगर एक बंदे को अगर 10 मिनट लग रहा है तो 50 का टर्न आने के लिए दैट मींस उसके पहले 49 लोग थे. ठीक है, 50 का टर्न आ गया मतलब उसके पहले 49 लोग ने वाइवा दे चुके. सो फॉर 49 स्टूडेंट्स द टाइम कंज्यूम्ड विल बी 49 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 10, दैट इज 490 मिनट. तो आफ्टर 490 मिनट दैट मींस आफ्टर 8.166 आवर्स हिज टर्न विल कम. तो अगर सुबह 9 बजे हमने स्टार्ट किया तो सुबह 9 से लेके 8 घंटा और गिन लो. तो सुबह 9 बजे स्टार्ट किया, रोल नंबर 50 विल बी एंटरिंग एट आफ्टर 8.166 आवर्स, दैट मीन्स शाम में 6:10 पे अप्रोक्सीमेटली रोल नंबर 50 विल बी गोइंग इनसाइड फॉर वाइवा. सो एनी डाउट्स नाउ इन क्यूइंग थियरी और दिस टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस?
सर वो 5:10 होगा, राइट?
यस, इट इज 5:10. या 5:10.